There you go.
There we go. That's where now it works. What is up, everybody, and welcome back.
Hey, y'all.
Unfortunately, we are back. You see me again, and see my friend Avery. But we're in different outfits. Don't worry, we changed for part 2 of our Ahsoka talk. Welcome back to the Scavoli Tana Show. Before we start Ahsoka talk, I can't even talk. Before we start Ahsoka talks, part 2. On the Scavoli Tana Show, please subscribe down below to the YouTube channel, The Scavoli Tana Show, for more fun unboxings, reactions, breakdowns, sexiness, awesomeness, Omega-ness, Grogu-ness, Ahsoka-ness, and all that fun Star Wars jazziness. Woo! I do the woo. Yeah. But Avery, how are you, my friend?
I'm good. I've just been working, as usual. That's how it be. I wish I could be a full-time Star Wars creator, but I gotta actually do adult jobs,
Don't worry. When I become big and famous, you'll be right with me, Avery. Don't worry.
Sweet. My dream is to just be, I don't care what it is, what I'm doing there. I just want to be able to walk across a red carpet. I just want to do that just one time.
Any red carpet or a Star Wars red carpet?
Preferably a Star Wars red carpet, especially when they did for the Rise of Skywalker, when they did the blue carpet. That was freaking awesome. It was like beautiful, and they had everybody there. I just thought it was perfect. But yeah, preferably a Star Wars one, but anyone could be fine, even if I'm either an actor, someone in production, because sometimes they invite people in productions, or just someone who was just told, like, oh yeah, you can walk the red carpet for, like, I don't know, like an influencer. I don't care. I just want to do that just one time.
I just say that you did it.
Just to be like, yeah. Or I just want to, like, meet the celebrities. I want to be starstruck. I want to be like, oh my god. Oh, and get some of their autographs, because I always think about, if I went to a premiere, I would want to find stars that my parents liked and get their autographs.
That's clever.
So then I can be like, hey, mom, dad, look
what I did. I went to jail for it, but I did it.
Right? It's like, oh, I got kicked out, but hey, I got Daniel Radcliffe's autograph, Harry Potter,
I got Dee Bradley Baker's autograph though. Woo!
I know, I saw. I'm so jealous. He's such a precious man. He is so adorable. I wish I could have met him.
He's really nice. He's really awesome.
Yeah, so you went to New York Comic-Con.
I did.
Right?
I did.
Yeah, everybody went to New York Comic-Con, and I'm just so jealous because my friend Sydney, she also went there.
Yes.
And I'm just like, oh, I wish I could have gone.
I didn't see her. I think her name is Jacobella. One of the other cosplayers there. I saw her. She's so sweet. Shout out to her. She's really so sweet. She came up and hugged me. I was so like, oh my god. Like, I kind of knew who it was. I was like, I bet you that's her. But I was like, I don't know if she noticed who I am or something like that. But she noticed me, and I noticed her. But I didn't see Sydney. I didn't see her unless she was somewhere else. And I wanted to see another cosplayer that I didn't see either.
Yeah, I know that Sydney saw, Jen from TikTok?
No.
So she does, like, the Trooper Mom with the Baby Yoda?
No, you're gonna have to send that to me.
Oh, okay. Well, she is a super cool, like, Star Wars, like, cosplayer and creator, and she's just, like, super cool. And I saw that she was at New York Comic Con, and Sydney said, oh, I saw her, but, like, didn't talk to her, but she saw her. And I was like, girl, if you see her again, you don't have to, but can you tell her I said hi? I don't think she saw her again, but I was just like, because I sent her photos, and she said, oh yeah, I saw her. And I'm like, I'm so jealous, because I would have been like, I love your videos, you're so cool. Her and her husband are like goals. They're adorable. They're like they're the childless adults that I wish I could be.
That I can't be.
And her husband, he got excited. They posted a video about how he got excited. His name is Jeremy. He got excited for the new driveway that they got, and I'm like, that's gonna be me when I get older. I'm gonna be happy about adult things. Like I would like a cordless vacuum, please.
I post on
Seriously,
social media.
I want a cordless vacuum. I tried it once at my cousin's house, and I'm like, I get why people want this. I want this cordless fucking vacuum.
So guys, we're here to talk about Ahsoka, but we're talking about Comic-Con. It's okay. Because Comic-Con, we had a lot of Star Wars cast players there. I saw Anakin, Obi-Wan. I didn't see a Hunter. I knew there was someone posted a Hunter there, but I did not see them. There was a great Padme. Jacob Ella did a great Padme. 501st Legion, shout out to them. They did great. Ahsoka Trooper, Scout Trooper with the child, and then Death Trooper, I think, in the black, the Death Trooper, or the Imperial Trooper.
From what I saw, my friend Sydney, she did it in Ahsoka, and then she met two more Ahsokas who they met with Hayden Christensen, and then there was Mando, and I was like, I would have just been like, you're so cool with your fucking suit. Because it's so shiny.
I wanted to meet Hayden, but that line, holy shit, hundreds of people.
Oh, I bet.
Hundreds.
I bet it was long.
Even for Dee Bradley,
they probably waited.
Dee Bradley had to have like maybe 60 people there. Even for the photos went pretty fast. The photos went really fast, but
yeah.
The autographs took a while because he's signing it, he's doing the voices and stuff like that. It was really cool. He's such a cool guy. I can't wait to meet him again.
Yes, I really want to meet him, especially when my friend, her name's Abigail. She runs the Star Wars music fan account. She met him once, and he took this was back before pre-COVID. That I think it was at Celebration. He took the time to go over from the booth that he was behind and like hug her and say hi.
Oh wow!
And I'm just like,
I didn't get to hug him this time.
He's such a precious man. I love him.
I didn't get to hug him.
Right? It's just like, yeah, because I saw they had like these weird glass barriers.
Yeah, pixie glass.
Like I get why, but they're weird. They're really weird.
I wanted to be like next to him and everything, but it was like too much. It was like you should have just COVID's like not over, but
yeah, I got you.
So here we go. Let's talk about Ahsoka now. Time for Ahsoka Tanner.
Right, so, Tanner.
We're going with Tanner.
Lord mercy.
So we talked about last time all questions of Ahsoka. We talked about a lot with her. So I'm with my first question. My first question to everything, to you and to everybody: if we do have a what if series, right, of Star Wars like they're doing with Marvel, what would you, Avery, want to see out of Ahsoka in the what if series? Like what? Like an episode on Ahsoka and a what if.
Okay, I mean. So this is pretty common because everybody's talked about it, and I love that everybody else was talking about it because I love the What If series. Some people don't like it. I think it's cool. I think it's a really great concept because how many trilogies or shows do that?
No, none.
Who do that type of concept? None. And I just think that's like super cool, and especially since it's not like stupid stories. They're actually really creative, especially. For the Voltron one, go watch the What If series. That one was pretty freaking epic. I like Ultron, the Avengers one. A lot of people hate it. I liked it, but so for what I would want to see what would happen if she didn't leave the Order. I know that's a very popular one, but I just think about what would happen if she was able to stay. Now, I don't agree with the majority that if she solely stayed, she would have saved Anakin because nothing was going to really save him because his love for Padme was too great. And that was, I mean, even with his wife and his master with him, he still turned. I think it's kind of unfair to put it all on her, because in a way some people kind of blame her. Some say, oh well, if she didn't leave he wouldn't have turned. Like it's not her fault at all.
It's not but
so yeah,
go ahead, Avery, go ahead.
But yeah, that's something I disagree with, and why when I say what if she didn't leave the order, I'm not thinking that in the end Anakin's not going to turn. I just want to know what would have happened with her. Even though Dave did say she probably would have died, I would have liked to have seen what would happen if she was there in person, or if she would have gone to help with the Chancellor. And then what would that happen with Mandalore since she wasn't with Bo? Like, what would happen to them? And I just think that would be an interesting concept. Another one would be, what if she was Obi-Wan's Padawan?
That would be cool.
Because, although I think he was just being sneaky, Obi-Wan was like, oh, here's my new Padawan. I really think it was a whole scheme and fake that she was actually going to be Skywalker's Padawan. But let's say he did. What would Anakin and Ahsoka's relationship be like at that point? How would Obi-Wan handle another Skywalker in a way? Like, what would happen? Or what if she remembered what happened on Mortis?
Yeah.
Because in a way, they kind of implied that they forgot some stuff. They kind of went through that whole traumatic experience and then was like, okay, let's get off here. And I'm just like, bitch, you died. Like, ma'am, you dead ass died. Are you good? Like, because I think after she came back, I think she kind of forgot a little bit of some stuff, in my opinion. Because she never really references it later. So I think she kind of forgot some stuff and maybe didn't notice she died. Because I also think Obi-Wan and Anakin wouldn't have felt comfortable talking about it. So I think what if she remembered what happened on Mortis and kept that in mind, if she ended up being Obi-Wan's Padawan, and what happened if she didn't leave the order? Like, what would be up?
What would be up?
What's up? Like, I just...
All right,
I really think they need to make bank on that.
They do. They would make a lot of money.
Huh?
They would make a lot of money.
Right.
A lot. You ready for mine?
Yeah, especially since I think a really popular... Huh?
I said you ready for mine?
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
No, keep going. You were saying something.
Okay. I think the most popular one for a non-Ahsoka one, real quick, would be if Luke and Leia switch places.
Yes, that's the biggest one. That's the popular one.
Yeah, I would like to see that. Now let's hear about yours, my friend.
I think the one that you were saying, like, if she never left the order, I really think, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, and we all know I'm a big Ahsoka fan, die for anything, I really think Anakin would have never turned to the dark side, because
you think so?
Yeah, because I feel like Ahsoka. We knew Obi-Wan was the brother figure. He was never the father figure. The Qui-Gon Jinn was the father figure. So when Qui-Gon died, Obi-Wan just treated him like a brother. That Obi-Wan didn't even want to train Anakin at the time. He was like, I'm not training this boy. But for Qui-Gon, he did. So he trained the boy. Now you bring Ahsoka in the beginning of the Clone Wars. Anakin didn't even want a Padawan in the beginning. He didn't even want it.
Right.
And in reality, like, everybody's saying he wasn't ranked master. In reality, he's ranked master because he has a Padawan. So he is ranked master.
Exactly.
So you have a Padawan Ahsoka Tano that you go on every journey with. I mean, you're up her ass 24/7. Obi-Wan, no. Like, Obi-Wan, you're on some other planet. Ahsoka and Anakin were like brother and sister duo. They would never leave each other's side. So
she basically saw him as a brother, so yeah.
Yeah. So what if they saw each other as brother and sister, Sky Guy and Snips? Just say she never left the order, right? She kept her training. Now she kept her training at the temple. You go to season 6, you have 5 still learning about the chip and everything. He dies. He still died. But in reality, Ahsoka always heard, like, she always listened. You know, she was a very listening person. She wouldn't go like Anakin, like a know-it-all, and Obi-Wan, a smarty, the clones. You know, she would listen to her clones. You know, she would listen to people. So I think in that time with 5s, he would try to get to Ahsoka. He wouldn't get to Shakti. He wouldn't get to Anakin. He wouldn't get to Obi-Wan. He would get to Ahsoka because he knows, okay, I served under Ahsoka. She's a good leader, and Rex would help me. So that's where that would come in. He might not make it to tell the chip thing. He's still going to die. But
she was his commanding officer.
Yes. She would still be like, oh, okay, he was trying to tell me something. Now I have to figure it out. Okay, I'll keep that in the back of my mind. You know? So, going to season 7.
Right.
Oh, okay, I thought you were going to say something. So going to season 7 now. Now we're still fighting the war. We're still going 1, 2, 3. Bad Batch comes. We'll still have those episodes. Now you get to 8. Yeah. How many episodes were there? Oh, 8, 9. No. Yeah. Right? 12?
I think. I have no idea. I mostly forgot some of it because it made me emotionally scarred by how painfully sad it was. But
yeah. I think it was 12.
I don't really watch, like, I love rewatching the Clone Wars. It's so hard for me to rewatch the last bit of season 7 because it makes me so sad.
Yeah, it does.
It like emotionally scarred me to where I'm just like, I can't, like hearing that piano note, like dun 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 dun. I'm like, no, stop, no, please.
So I think, it would be 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, that's it. That's the 4 episodes. You go to 9. Now, Ahsoka's still with Anakin. That's when Revenge of the Sith hits. That's when we see Anakin and Obi-Wan in the movie flying. Now we have Ahsoka still with Anakin because she never goes to Mandalore. She's not going to Mandalore. The siege of Mandalore just never happens because there's no need of it. Because there's no need, really, because there's just no. I can't come up with an explanation yet. Yeah. I'll come up with one later. But there's no need of the siege of Mandalore because Ahsoka never left, so she's staying. So she goes with Anakin. Yeah. She fights Grievous for the first time. For the first time, we see them go head to head. Then they rescue. Ahsoka now sees. Now, in reality, Anakin kills Dooku in the movie. But with Ahsoka there, Obi-Wan still gets knocked out. And Ahsoka is still stabilized. She gets knocked out too. But she's still stabilized. She can still see. Like, she's moving around slowly, but she can still see. And I think she would tell Anakin, no, we have to keep him.
Yeah, he's done it before.
Yes. Anakin, we'll keep Dooku alive for this time. We captured Dooku. Yeah. Sidious is now still... Now, the war's still going on. Grievous is still out there. Dooku is in the hands of the Republic now. Now, just like Obi-Wan says in the Siege of Mandalore, we lost the vital note to the Sith Lord Darth Sidious because of Dooku's death. Now, Obi-Wan says, now we have a source to find out. We're interrogating him now to see who Sidious is. So, Sidious now has to rush up his plan because Anakin is going to find out or kill Dooku. Dooku will die eventually in the storyline, but I'm not far down yet. So Ahsoka is still at the temple training. And after maybe episode 10, maybe we'll still say, okay, episode 10, Dooku's interrogation. Episode 11, we'll get to Order 66. Order 66 still does happen, but not as we planned it to happen. Mm-hmm. So in reality, Dooku, I think, would tell on Sidious because he's fooled by Sidious. Maul is still on Mandalore. Maul's just staying on Mandalore. He's not moving. He's still there. So you have Dooku who tells the truth because he just doesn't like Sidious. He'll help him defeat Sidious. And Anakin, we tell Anakin the truth. He doesn't listen. So Ahsoka tells him that like, listen, like Padme's okay. She'll go protect Padme. She'll
That's what
protect
I would.
Padme.
That's what I think that she would. I think at this point, for especially since she stayed, he would admit to her more of his relationship with Padme, especially when around the time that he finds out she's pregnant. I feel like he would have told her, maybe not Obi-Wan because he still has his guard up, but I think he definitely would have told Ahsoka, and she would have been like the protective auntie and like.
I think Ahsoka would have known. In reality, I think she would have just known. I don't think, even if he told her, like, Padme's pregnant, she would have been like, yeah, I knew that.
Right?
I was keeping it a secret.
Right, yeah. Actually, my friends and I talk about this. So the timeline sometimes in season 7 is a bit is a bit weird. But that episode, where he has hologram conversation with Padme, I think that's supposed to be set before he finds out she's pregnant, but she's obviously pregnant.
Definitely.
So I think the internet kind of joked about, and now my friends and I joke about it, that he probably thought his wife was just getting fat. Because, I mean, when you look at the hologram, she's very noticeably pregnant. Like, Definitely. If you pay attention, she's obviously pregnant. And I just keep thinking, Anakin would be such a dumbass and just like, oh, my wife's already pregnant. Not that I'm a stupid, reckless moron and wouldn't have protection. I'm the chosen one. I can do what I want. And who? You know what I mean? Oh, and somebody said, I think this was mainly as a joke, but I like to think that the reason why Luke and Leia came into this world is because Anakin was so depressed that Ahsoka left, that Padme was like, hey, let me make you feel better, and they fuck, and then they end up fucking
let me make you feel better.
And I'm just like, honest to God, so technically Ahsoka helped make the next lineage of the galaxy, basically. Ahsoka made Star Wars, guys. She's the reason A New Hope happened.
Yeah.
We should give her all the credit, guys. Which, honest to God, that would be so fucking hilarious if we ever find something out like that. Like, oh yeah, that's why he ends up kind of being... Because of course he's probably had sex with her before. I mean, they were married.
Yeah.
It's just, I just keep thinking, what? Even though he's dumb and reckless. I love Anakin, but sometimes he's dumb, reckless son of a bitch.
He is.
I just like to think, would that... Maybe they wanted kids, or maybe it was just a moment of sadness and they just kind of wah wah wah, you know what I'm saying? And that's when Luke and Leia were born. It's like, oh, Padme was like, oh, oops.
But I definitely think they would
that'd be fucking hilarious in my opinion.
I definitely think she would have known about that. And then even when Anakin tries to, he still goes to Sidious and still finds out he's a Sith Lord. And he's still, that scene still happens. He's too dangerous to kept alive. And Order 66 still happens. But I feel like Ahsoka would have brought him back. We can't kill him. You have to kill him. I think Ahsoka actually would kill Sidious from behind. I think she would just go...
I think she would have tried that, yeah. Because, I mean, I think even though... she knows that she prefers not to go the killing route or the sacrifice route. She usually doesn't. I think in that moment, I agree. She would definitely understand, this is the biggest threat we have. Yeah. We need to kill him. He's too dangerous to be kept alive. Yeah. So I think she would have. Here's the thing. Here's my thing. I think he wouldn't have had the chance to turn.
Yeah,
in a way.
I'm just saying that all happened. He wouldn't have a chance to go to Mustafar, and no, he would maybe turn for a split second and realize, oh shit,
Padme's in trouble because of that whole thing with Palpatine, manipulating shit. Yeah. I do think that would have still been in the works, and I think she would have maybe helped him, hey, just stop. You got it. She's fine. I'm here with her, or she's with him. I don't know what the situation is, but I think she definitely would have helped him, give him some clarity, or help know, if she, like you said, she would go protect Padme. I think that would give him clarity, knowing oh, she's with my wife, and then they
Yeah,
could force
she's safe.
communicate. Like we could force communicate. Like she's fine.
Now my next what if is, what if she was, because we just figured out what it, like, the Siege of Mandalore never happened, so I wouldn't even, what if, yeah, we'll do the Siege of Mandalore next. What if Maul actually persuaded her to join her? Not in the evil way, but to go kill Sidious.
But like to help.
To help him, yes.
Yeah, I thought about that. I think she definitely would be hesitant. I honestly think what failed in Maul's favor is that he was already known as like the common enemy. I feel like Obi-Wan definitely talked about him at some point, made it known that like, oh, he killed her great grandmaster, and like he's a not so good guy, has this vengeance against Obi-Wan. I definitely think that didn't help him. I feel like if he would have explained it better, or in matter of fact, maybe showed her. I don't know how. I know sometimes in the Force they can kind of like
sense.
I don't know how the fuck the Force works. Okay, I wish I did. I don't know. But I just think if he got a little bit better at it, because he made it. Because also, his objective was also wrong. He thought he had to kill Anakin, but that's not it.
No,
he didn't. Maybe, but no. But like you got the right idea, but the wrong end, the wrong conclusion. I just think he should have made it more like go after Sidious, because I think that's also what clouded him. And I like to think in a way that was Sidious is doing. I like to think Sidious is secretly behind everything, because this man calculated for years. I'm just like I honestly think he calculated behind everything. I think he was behind Padme's death. I think he was secretly behind the Ahsoka trial.
He was. Yes, I know he was. There's a video on YouTube that he did that. Like he set that up just so she can leave.
Yeah, I honestly, now of course Tarkin was also a jackass and wanted to, because he didn't like her anyway, and wanted to, seek justice, because he's a piece of shit. But I honestly think that he would have made it to where she was guilty. Even if she was found innocent, I feel like he would have lied and made her guilty, and that's why he made it to where he was okay with having her be executed, because then it would send Anakin's trust and down lower from the council, and also lose more faith in the Jedi, and then sneak more into the dark side. I feel like he saw an opportunity there, and I firmly believe that. And just like I honestly think anything behind, which he was, but a lot more stuff he was behind on that we don't think about. Yes. So I think in a way, because I kind of forget how he has this idea of Order 66. I forgot how he got that idea. Did he like sense it or something? What was it?
Who?
I forgot. Maul, like how did he kind of predict Order 66? How did he do that again?
Like I feel like he had, because it says in the show, he had a Sane's dread like for weeks, so he must be reading through the Force, because he's still, in reality, Maul is still connected to Palpatine. He's still connected to that, the dark side. He's connected to Dooku. Grievous, not really. Because we don't see him fight Grievous until the Legos.
Well, Grievous also isn't. Grievous isn't a Force wielder.
No, he's not.
Yeah, so technically, no, he can't be a part of that because he's not a Force wielder.
Maybe Dooku would, because maybe Dooku was telling him. Maybe.
Who knows? Honestly, maybe the whole Siege of Mandalore thing was to distract Ahsoka and like other people, and like so he had Maul to himself. Honest to God, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think Palpatine is behind basically everything.
No,
I think it's just insane. And the more I think about it, I'm like, that motherfucker had it all planned out. That insane piece of shit.
He really is. And I think him putting people on different planets, which he did. He put Aayla Secura on that planet. He put Ahsoka on the Siege of Mandalore. He put Obi-Wan on that planet. Like, he knew because if Obi-Wan in reality was on Coruscant when everything happened, I don't think Anakin would have still turned. Really, I don't think. I think if you had someone, I think if you had someone there, like even if Ahsoka was there, or like Mace Windu was just like, I'm just gonna go up there and start slaughtering motherfuckers. So like,
yeah, Mace wasn't really a good confidant anyway.
He wasn't.
So,
but we knew in reality everybody was on a different planet for a reason, and with their clones, So we see all that. So in reality, like Rex, if Rex was on the Siege of Mandalore, he would still have the chip till his day on the 501st, on the March of Coruscant. So then he gets the chip taken out.
If it wasn't for their strong bond with him and Ahsoka, I feel like she definitely would have been dead.
Definitely.
Because he fought it. You could see he was fighting.
He cried.
Right, yeah. Other ones, they didn't hesitate. With him, you could see he was like on the verge of beating it. And I'm just like, damn, boy.
But I really hope E.K. Johnson, the writer of the Ahsoka novel, comes out. I think there is book 2 coming of hers.
Hold up. I read on Twitter that somebody tweeted about something like, oh, maybe you could do something with bears or something like that, or hopefully there's something with bears coming soon. And she kind of did a little like, hey, there's something. So maybe, especially since, today is also the 5th anniversary of the Ahsoka novel.
It is.
Since technically the season 7 finale kind of contradicts some details in the Ahsoka novel, which we can't blame her. It came out years earlier. They probably didn't have the full details on what they would do with season 7 yet,
Probably not.
Like, so a lot of people want to talk shit about that, but I mean, it's not her fault.
Yeah.
How is she supposed to know? I mean, she's not a sorcerer, but I definitely would think there might be something, or maybe a solo Barris thing. I'd like to know what the fuck happened to her. I'd love to, because she's a very multifaceted character. And if anything, it'd be so cool if maybe there was like a little bit of a part 2 of the Ahsoka novel. Maybe it kind of fixes it up, like, hey, let's actually mention stuff that's canon.
I actually think, because how the Ahsoka novel ended, like with Fulcrum, like she started the rebellion with Bail Organa. That's how it started. But in reality, it started in Revenge of the Sith, the deleted scene with Padme and all the other counselors. Like Padme, if she was alive to this day, I actually really think if Padme was alive, or even if she was dead, even if she is dead, but I'm saying if she wasn't dead, or is going to die.
She did die.
She did die. I think Ahsoka really joined the rebellion for Padme.
I definitely think Padme would have joined a rebellion against her husband. Because let's be real, she loved Anakin, but she loved her work.
Yes.
Her work came first. Her people, protecting the galaxy, having fair treatment was... I didn't read her novel, but people definitely prefaced that was something she was mostly passionate about.
Yes. I'm reading her books now.
Yeah. And there's going to be a Padme book that's based on Clone Wars Padme, which I'm excited to read because we, even though we got her in Clone Wars, we didn't get too much.
We did.
And also, because I'm an Ahsoka fan, because I kind of hope if there's a little bit, I don't know which timeline it is of the Clone Wars, but it'd be cool to kind of have a scene where she finds out Anakin has a Padawan and see how they kind of like got close, and then, talk about how like her early on relationship with Anakin and like all this. I just think it'd be kind of like, Ahsoka doesn't have to be in everything. But that'd be kind of cool. That would be kind of cool. I just think that'd be interesting because we never got that.
We did.
We had her. Obviously, she had to see her during that hologram during the Clone Wars movie. Obviously, she was talking to Anakin. Obviously, she would have had to have been like, "Hey, who's that?" Like,
yeah.
Like, who you with? and then we go to like season 1 or 2, and then it's her. I mean, like, oh my God, Ahsoka. And then they're like buddies, and I'm just like, I wish we can kind of see how that went.
In reality, I feel like, I feel like Padme was a very awesome wife. I think she trusted Anakin to like the T. Like if she was with Ahsoka, she knew Anakin would never do anything with her, even with another like on the worlder. You know, I think she had that trust. Yeah. Like she was like, yeah, that's my husband.
I don't think she would want to think. I don't think she would want to think her husband would be a pedophile, because technically, if he did, that would make him a pedophile because it was a minor. I mean,
not
you went
really.
there.
How old was Anakin in the Clone Wars?
Yeah,
he had to be. He was 13 in Attack of the Clones. She was 9.
Yeah, but here's the thing. He was around. Wait, he's older than people think. He was actually like 19 through 23 or 20 through 23 in the Clone Wars.
Oh, okay.
He was an adult.
Yeah, so
he was a legal adult.
Yeah.
14.
14.
Sorry, Wait, I have an Ahsoka group chat, and we're all smartasses when it comes to that. We're all just like, no, this timeline, she was 14, and then went to 16, and then season 7, she's 17, and then she is around 18-ish in her novel, and then so forth, she is like 30 through like 40-ish something, y'all. And yeah, so I'm just kind of a nerd, especially since, to get a little off topic, especially since people tried to say, oh, she's 18 in season 7, finally we can hit that, like, gross fucking pedophiles.
Oh
like,
God.
Wow, did you have a countdown of her 18th birthday like a fucking weirdo? Yeah, because everybody was like, oh, she's 18. No, nobody said she was. You just nasty. Nobody said. I'm tired of it.
She froze again.
Stop. She has done some more crimes. Leave her alone. Leave this baby alone. She needs a hug, a bath, a nap, some food, a hug, all the things. She needs all the things.
But you know what? Ahsoka's very pretty. She's very pretty,
that
Ahsoka,
a lot, and
so.
then I just...
She's very lucky to have any guy that loves her.
Oh, yeah, she... Yep, or woman, because it's me.
So anything else you want to talk about, Avery?
I mean, Kaden was like... Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah, I heard you.
Oh, okay. Go, continue.
Okay, I mean, Kaden was like head over heels for her in her novel. My most favorite line in the whole novel, because it's the gayest thing I've ever read in my life, was Kaden didn't know much about Togruta physiology, but she liked it. And I'm just like, girl, stop. Like, stop. Get in line. I've been here since 2008, bitch. Try me. Get back in line. Get back.
Stop playing with me. Stop playing.
Like, stop. Okay? If Ahsoka became real and I was married, I would have to tell my wife, I'm sorry, you had to know this was coming. She, like, I love you, but she the bitch. She been that. Like, I'm sorry. She's that. Give me your ring. Come on.
So
like,
stupid.
I'm like, that's gonna have to be an agreement if I get married. Like, hey, just so you know, if Ahsoka ever become real, I may have to divorce you. like, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, but I got to.
She's bae.
I got to do with the will of the Force.
Exactly.
But anything else, Avery, before we head out that you want to add?
One last question. I'm trying to think about it. Hold up. Yeah. I think we talked about this in the last one, or maybe it was when we ended our last one, we talked for an extra 2 hours, like weirdos.
Like weirdos, yeah.
What's your favorite era of Ahsoka? My favorite era is definitely the season 7 era, because that was just the bomb. Diggity.com. Yes, ma'am. Show us your goddamn beautiful new Mando suit with rumored to be stitched with Beskar, like a badass. Flying through the fucking sky like a fucking angel. She was just cool. She's awesome.
Yeah, I think.
What's your favorite era?
I think my favorite era would have to be also season 7. There's just something like special about season 7, Ahsoka Tano. You know, we see her as a Padawan in the movie and episode 1, 2, 3, 4, like seasons, not episodes. Like we see her just grow, and we love all her moments. You know, some moments like she used her head just like Anakin used his head more than his feelings. You know, like she used that. She was hard headed just like him, but she knew what was right and wrong. You know.
Right.
So I think when she left the Order, I feel like that gap needs to be filled, so we know what happens. What is she doing?
Yes.
In that time and leading up,
especially with Bo.
Yeah.
I want a novel or something about that because I feel like I loved season 7, but I feel like it was a very missed opportunity. That would have been really cool.
Yeah. Like even with a Bo-Katan book, you know, I want a Bo-Katan book. I love Bo-Katan. You know.
She's cool. She's awesome.
And that would be awesome to have a book on her after Order 66 and what came of Mandalore.
Right.
But I think, yeah, season 7 Ahsoka is the best Ahsoka. I feel like, you know, she's you see her as she walks in episode 4, I think it is 4, 5, 6. No, 5, 6, 7, and 8, yeah. And we see her help the Martez sisters, and she's very mature now. You know,
yes.
She's learned. Has she broken away from the Force at that time? No. You know, does she wanted to keep it a secret? Absolutely. But at that time, she couldn't because she's so mad at the Order. You know, she's mad at the people that did her wrong, and she knows she didn't do anything wrong.
Right.
So I really think, you know, she's learned a lot. And that's why in season 7, like some things could she have done things better in season 7? Absolutely. Like believe Maul, talk to Anakin one last time, do some yeah, absolutely. If Mace Windu wasn't an asshole to her, she could have told her about Sidious.
Yeah, the whole citizen, like you went from kissing her ass about the whole knighthood thing to then being like, citizen, like fuck you, Maul. No, fuck you, Mace. Like fuck you. You know, like he was an asshole, and I feel like if I don't know if he was there on the hologram. I feel like if Obi-Wan was there, he would have been like, watch your tone. Like she's come here, you know, she doesn't have to be here, but she's here, so don't be an ass. She didn't
have to go to Mandalore and kick Maul's ass and like, you know, report back to y'all. She could have stayed in Coruscant or never came back at all.
Right, like dead ass. Like the fact that people used to think, oh, she's gonna die in like the first episode, and then she like fucking bench presses Maul, and at one point nearly slices his fucking neck off. Like she came so close that he went like this, like like she's the baddest. She's a bad bitch, and we all know it.
Yeah, so that's my favorite era of Ahsoka Tano, season 7.
Well, that's awesome. I'm glad we can agree. Jack, who's your favorite era? All of them. Thank you.
So, guys, there's part 2. We don't have to do a part 3 yet, unless we really want to do a part 3.
Who knows? Maybe we should wait to see how everybody else thinks.
Yeah. If you want to see a blonde and a ginger, you know, back on your cameras, you know,
right?
We'll be back.
Awesome.
Avery, before we go, where can everybody follow you on the social medias?
All right, on the social medias. So you can find me on my personal at Avery K. Tano. Of course, my chaoticness of a fan account, The Fangirl Awakens. And that's really it. And they're all on Instagram.
Follow her on Instagram. And you guys know where to find me, Chris_Scavoli. On Instagram, the Scavoli Tano Store. On Instagram, the Scavoli Tano Show. On Instagram and Twitter. And then Facebook, you just go like the Scavoli Tano Show or store, whatever I have up there. Too much work. Too much things to do. The world.
Too much.
But thank you, Avery, for joining me. It's always a pleasure talking to an awesome Ahsoka fan like yourself.
Thank you. You too.
Oh, you're welcome. I know. Stop it. You're making me blush. Stop it. Guys, thank you for joining us on the Scavolitano Show. Before you go, make sure you guys subscribe down below to the YouTube channel, The Scavolitano Show, for more fun unboxings, reactions, breakdowns, sexiness, awesomeness, reactions. I just said that. Grogu, Ahsoka-ness, and Omega-ness. Omega's sleeping. She has school tomorrow. She's got to go learn how to kick more ass in Bad Batch Season 2. So, stay tuned for that. And guys, be kind to one another, and may the Force be with you.
May the Force be with y'all.
Bye.
In my life, when you find people who need your help, you help them, no matter what.